this. Let me put this in the chat real quick. I could try to squeeze with Pharaoh on. I might be able to squeeze one more game. I know. Mm, Yo, I think we got this. Is he past the 50? Hold on, pause it for a second. I don't know if we added the seal the deal rule in there. I can't remember. Let me look. Let me see. I think it might be in there though. What's it? Losing by playoffs. If tie game up by one score in the fourth can go for it got to be on or past the 50 though. What's up? Is this how you go? Come on, what's up, bro? Come on, man. What's up? This nigga cheating, man. He gonna join? I'm about to hop my ass back off. What's good, bro?
It was a common haven't seen in the 80s and 90s. Not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great NFC matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the San Francisco 49ers. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They will run for the first
Come
time.
on, block him.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
2nd and 10 at the 14-yard line.
That's my fault. I outran my blocker. I should have been able to.
Here we go.
To throw is Garoppolo. And he rifles one incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at the 45. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Brees. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for 3rd down. Here's Breeze to throw. Able to find Harris, complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. They'll run out of the gun with Camara. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. Now, these two teams, the Saints and Niners, they played maybe the game of the year in the NFL in 2019. Had 94 points between them. Lead changes left and right. Breeze had 5 touchdowns, 4 for Garoppolo. And you might remember the catch and stiff-arming run by George Kittle where he just refused to go down. And then in the end, it was Robbie Gould who would kick the field goal as time expired, and the Niners would win it 48-46.
Let's go.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it.
Get through there. Let's go, baby.
Into the clear. Past the 20. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D's. They score a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this run.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a first down carry. It's Camara. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Now at the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Working from the gun. It's Breeze. He'll get this one underneath to Camara. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Camara with a carry there on first down as he works his way forward for a pickup of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
I have to fix that later.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Shotgun now for Breeze. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. There's Breeze.
Come on, you right there. Pick that off.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And Lutz puts this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Do it! Do it!
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It's a second down run with Sanders. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo.
Come on, this nigga.
And that is incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. And now it's second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus couches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
You need that quarterback.
Garoppolo to try again on second down. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at third down here. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
No gain on the play.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this returnable for Harris. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Breeze. And this is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. From the gun, it's Breeze.
Oh my goodness!
Running back, it's Alvin Kamara. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
It's a gain of 20.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going, and if points result, we'll call this play significant.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Breeze to throw again. He sets to fire deep.
Oh my goodness.
And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. 39 yards there, a big one.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
Into the red zone, it's Breeze. Steps away to his left, and he's going to keep it here. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
From the 9, 2nd and 5. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. On play action, it's Breeze. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints have taken the lead.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
He got into the end zone.
What are we going to do?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum? Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Left side here to Sanders. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3.
On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he'll be brought down with the first down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning.
My boy, it been gone. You gonna get in the end zone.
A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. Garoppolo finding his tight end Kittle, and he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good.
Oh, wow.
Picked off near the 42.
Wow.
Now the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20 and all the way down to the 17-yard line. 17 there and a New Orleans first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Breeze.
Fuck. Wow. Why did they run commit?
Michael Thomas there to make the grab. And the Saints add on to their lead. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us where they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game.
He be throwing the ball. He be throwing the ball so, like, flimsy, though.
A good pick up there at 22.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. It's Garoppolo. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Sanders. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Saints' 31-yard line.
On second down, it's Sanders. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Throw left side complete. It's Watkins. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now a timeout.
It's a gain of 5.
7 seconds left in the first half.
At the Saints' 9-yard line.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Garoppolo.
The fucking pick, man.
Chauncey Gardner
Wow.
Johnson with a pick. And now look at him go. He's at the 40. 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. The mistakes continuing to pile up, and it looked like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit. Instead, now the deficit is even larger.
Yeah, they were on a march with a chance to get back within a score, but now that deficit continues to grow.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC
so when man hold me like this, I just gotta take what they give me.
Over to Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report.
That's what I gotta do. I just gotta take what they give me.
And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach. Now, I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Breeze going to throw.
Oh, come on. Come on. Oh, God, I'm sitting right there, man. Sitting right there, man.
Those guys to protect him, but on that last one, his
about to get a pick.
They lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Play action. Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
Now a play fake. Breeze.
Oh my goodness! Get out of here, yo! Get out of here!
And on this one,
All
he'll
right.
get to the 15,
Good game.
right at the
Good
15-yard
game,
line.
I already see what
A
this is
gain
about.
of 5, good enough for the first down.
Wow.
Now they'll toss it out right to Kamara. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout.
Yeah, that was
defensively.
pick 6 all day.
It's just
They
their
didn't
first, so
put my
2
fucking
remaining
hands out.
as they burn one here in this third quarter.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I don't give a fuck what he got or don't got. That should have been
Here's second and 9.
They run it again with Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
Sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There's a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Pass this guy, Jimmy.
Incomplete. Not that time for Watkins, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's second and 10.
Garoppolo now.
Wow, that wasn't pass interference. That nigga.
Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver.
That nigga trying the shit out
By
my
the way, I got to
man.
apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over in your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, and we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual
I know.
for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Looking for Ayuk, and he's got him. And some room to roam now. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
They'll run with Sanders. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time. Second and goal. Second down and goal. Garoppolo.
Oh
And
my
got tipped.
goodness.
Gotta throw
Oh
everything
my
off.
goodness.
It brings up third.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Garoppolo. And it's complete.
That's how it should have been the last fucking time.
Watkins there to make the grab. And the 49ers get a
score closer. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. On the return, Deontay Harris. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now Breeze finding Kamara. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
When the linebacker's able to sit at the 2nd level and see things develop in front of him, as soon as he got a hint that the quarterback was checking it down, he just made a beeline directly for the receiver and ended up making the play.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Dancing to his left. Now he'll throw.
Oh, come on, man.
And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Yeah, that was a nice play right there.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Right.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. Looking long for Thomas.
Come on, Flowers. You're supposed to be over there.
15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
One quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Kamara. And he stopped immediately there. The Pro Bowl corner, Jason Verrett on the tackle. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Again, it's Kamara. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. The
recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
On third down, here's Kamara. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. This to make it a 3-score game late. And Lutz's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Now, aren't I, though?
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Yeah, I did.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And an acrobatic catch there by Watkins. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
At the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
Oh, come
the throw
on.
there going to be incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Why are they doing that? I'm just trying to fucking pick a play.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you off sides. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
What is this?
Intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big, they just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The Saints on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. This is going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Saying their fans here are stunned would be an understatement. Things in this wild card round have not gone according to plan. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And it's looking like they are going to get the victory here, and it will not be one and done in these playoffs. And Kamara has it stripped.
Oh,
and
shit.
now it's scooped up by the 49ers. There he goes left side.
And
he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Gold with the extra point. Down 2 scores. Out of timeouts. A must recover if they're going to have any shot. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there and a first down.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. One. Losing yardage back at the 12. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 12-yard line.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up. And there it is, that symbol that ends a game that one team loves and the other team can't stand. Taking a knee, and guess what? The visitors